Hello and welcome to the first episode of the 2022-23 Boys Basketball Coaches Show. I'm your host, AJ Ganger. With me, second-year head coach, Brett Kopp.
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Not too bad. Ready for Thanksgiving.
Yeah? How much turkey and stuffing and everything else you got to eat?
A lot of corn, mashed potatoes. That's what I like.
Right. That sounds good, actually. I got to make 2 turkeys this week. That's going to be fun. Coach, going into year 2, what are some of your expectations of this team?
Year 2 is a lot about just getting to know me more, me better, I know them better, and raising that expectation of how we need to play the game of basketball. Defensively, we're getting better. Offensively, we're getting better. And it just kind of, with one summer under our belt now and a fall and a couple weeks of practice, it's getting better and our expectations are higher.
These kids seem like they really love playing for you, too.
It's more about playing for each other. We talk about playing for Piqua and the kids who get to come, watch them, look up to them. It's not about me, it's about them playing, enjoying the game. A lot of seniors who, this might be the last time they play an athletic sport, so they gotta enjoy it while they're out there.
So you've had an entire week of practice with everybody back now that football is over. How has that been going for you since everyone's been back?
It's a lot better than last year. We didn't get football kids back till the day after Thanksgiving last year.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot more in, and our coaches have talked. We're way past where we were last year after a week or 2 of practice, just because it is year 2. They know what to expect. They, might know my temperament. I know how their temperament is. So it's been a lot of fun.
Coach, we finished the year last year 13-10, 3 games above 500, 6 games above 500 in league play. How would you describe that first year for you?
It was a little chaotic just because we had such a long January and February that we weren't really even practicing as much as we were just getting prepared for that next opponent. And we didn't have much of a preseason. So this year is a lot more fun as a coach because we're in the practice, which is what it's about. But it was overall good. The kid kind of got a vibe from me that we'll live with the result if we're going to play as hard as we possibly can.
Yeah. You do expect that from every kid. I've seen that even in your practices.
That's the only expectation.
Yeah, you have 110%. It doesn't matter if you get beat by 30 points or you get beat by 2.
If we can live with a mistake if they're going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah,
so
that's good. Is it difficult only playing 5 non-league games and like 4 regular season non-league games? Because once you get to tournament play, everything's pretty much non-league at that point. But coming here, you're playing all these MVL teams twice. Is that different from any other school?
Yes, it is. It's the double rounds with everybody is different. Last year was my first time ever doing it. We got a little bit different plan in place to kind of improve on that second game against somebody. But it is what it is. We'll just have to play everybody twice, and it's good because we get everybody at home. Not necessarily in the old leagues. Your rivalry might be an away game only, so not a home game. So we get Troy home and away, and Tip and all those teams.
It's kind of that college schedule where it's a home and home, except for only a couple games.
It's every 2 days a week, so
it's kind of brutal when you think about it. Because I think a couple years ago we played Sydney and then turned around like 3 days later and played them again.
Well, last year because of football, we played Sydney on a Friday night, and then Martin Luther King Jr. Day we played them that night, and it was back to back. It was very odd, but it's not out of my control. We're going to play the best we can and best we can.
There's really nothing you can do. Now I know all coaches kind of say we're always looking at the next game as the biggest game, but what are some big games that maybe you're looking forward to?
Well, the first game is always a big game,
Yes.
Then the first home games this year, Sydney. I know that's the rivalry around here. And then last year we didn't beat Sydney, Tip, or Troy. So those 6 games are going to be big. For the outcome, the end result of our season. So we're looking forward to those.
Yeah, we didn't beat them last year, but we were very competitive in those games as well. It wasn't like we were losing, getting blown out at those games either.
And that's an okay sentiment, but I want to win. So
yeah,
we were better, but
you want to win every game you guys obviously play.
Yeah.
You don't coach,
especially the rivalry games.
Oh yeah. I'm sure you'll get them a couple times this year.
I hope so.
Anything else you'd like to add to say to the community about the upcoming season? Maybe some players that we may be looking forward to seeing on our court?
Yeah, we got some seniors. We got 4 of them returning starters. We got Dre'Sean Roberts, Bryson Roberts, Anson Cox, Colton Booker. Kai Warner is a junior who's going to play a lot for us this year. Mickey Anderson, Tate Coleman. Kids who are learning, but they're going to get better. They're going to play hard, which again is the number one thing. They know that, and the community should know that they're going to see a product that plays hard. If they don't play hard, then they're just not going to see them play on the floor. I'm excited for that. A lot of money's been put into athletics here. The new video board's pretty awesome, so I'm excited for them to see that. Trying to practice with it on just so we can get accustomed to it. But athletics matters here, and we're trying to put up a good product out on the floor for them to be proud of.
Good. That's always good to look at. Coach, when we got Dre'Sean on the show here today, we kind of asked him what his expectations were as a player. Obviously, he said winning a league title is the number one thing. If we can't win the league title, at least win our division. What type of player is Dre'Sean Roberts to you?
He's very, very competitive. I said this last year. He's very smooth.
Yes.
Like I had talked to a college coach the other day. It's just a smooth player on the floor. Like he almost effortless.
Yeah.
Which it's not the case. He plays really hard, but he just has it's natural to him, which is good. He's a willing passer. He wants his teammates involved. He's still learning the leadership thing, he's gotten better at. Defensively, he's improved a lot. So we're excited for what he can do this year.
And that improvement as a leader is also seen on the football field, I think, a lot, because he's a very quiet, keep to himself kind of kid, and he's not that outspoken leader, but he kind of does things that I'm sure everyone watches that he's doing things that way.
Yeah, and sometimes it's hard to get that spoken word as leadership. That Anson and Bryson are just naturally they're more vocal leaders than he is.
Yeah.
But he's working on it, and that's something that we've talked about. And we work on it daily, and he's getting better at it.
Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck this year. We'll see you on the 2nd for your first game.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. We're going to talk to our senior here, Dre'Sean Roberts, when we return on the Boys Basketball Coaches Show. Hello and welcome to the second part of the Boys Basketball Coaches Show. Again, I'm your host, AJ Ganger. Joining me now, one of our seniors on the basketball team, Dre'Sean Roberts. Dre, thank you for taking the time to be with us. What are some of the goals that you have for yourself this season and some of the goals for the team?
For the team, it's always a league title. First thing to do is win a league title. Just keep getting better every day. Listen to our coaches and just go from there.
What is it like when you start transitioning from a long, grueling football season to a long, grueling basketball season?
It's tough. It's hard on my body, but I just got to take care of my body and just move from there. But I'm used to it since my freshman year, so.
Yeah, you've been playing basketball pretty much all your whole life, too.
Yeah, my whole life,
what are some of the big games that you're looking forward to this season?
Troy always, Sydney. We got to get back at them, and Tip City.
One of the questions I asked Coach earlier was about playing only 4 non-league games a year. Mm-hmm. What is that like for you?
It's sometimes weird a little bit, but I like playing different against competition, so I like it. I like it a lot.
NVL's pretty competitive, too.
It is.
I mean, you got Troy, Sydney, West Carrollton's always good. Yeah. Butler, you guys won a couple close games against Butler last year. So, you guys finished the year last year 13-10. Now, obviously, the league title is where you're going now. But let's say you guys don't win a league title this year. What's the other goal besides that?
I'll say, win our division. Always win our division and above 500. So.
You guys showed much improvement last year over the years past. I mean, I think with the new coach coming in, new system, new everything. How has Coach Kopp been since he's been here for you?
Coach Kopp is great. He's a great coach, great teacher too. It's overall good dude.
So as people know, this is your senior year. After this year, you'll be going off to do whatever you want to do. What are your plans right now? Any great offers out there?
I have some schools looking at me for basketball, and I have some offers for football. I get asked that every day, so I haven't decided yet.
Does it matter what sport, or what would you like to do in college? Play basketball or play football?
I also want to be different, try both.
Yeah.
If it gets too hard, I'll pick one, but I want to do both.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, there's plenty of 2-sport athletes out there. I'm sure you can definitely pull it off. Dre, thank you for taking the time to be with us today.
Thank you.
That'll conclude this episode of the Boys Basketball Coaches Show. Be sure to check this episode out on our YouTube page. We'll be doing this all throughout the year. Don't forget to check out some of the boys basketball games on the Indian Nation station as well as the season gets going. We'll be here for the 12-2 game against Sydney. For Dre'Sean Roberts, I'm your host, AJ Ganger. We will see you next time on the Piqua Indians Boys Basketball Coaches Show.